two missiles at ships near Strait Hormuz. This causes complications and delays with ending the US Iran war. In Montclair news, in Newark, power has been restored since yesterday afternoon. This comes after multiple days of no power after lightning strikes a pole. In New Jersey news, after the 4th of July storms that evening, enough damage has been caused by flood. More rain hit the Garden State last night and even caused even more flooding. Route 35 has turned into a river, and a BJ's in Ocean County had a roof that broke, causing major amounts of water to fall on top of shoppers and cashiers. In national news, today in Utah, Tyler Robinson, the man accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk, has his second day of preliminary hearing today. The widow of Charlie Kirk, Erica, was present yesterday in the courtroom for the first day of the hearings. Robinson has yet to enter a plea deal and is looking at a death sentence for the murder. Going into sports, going to the diamond of the MLB, the Yankees won over the Tigers last night, 5-1. The Mets won over the Braves 7-6 in an extra inning last night. Going to the turf of the World Cup, Team USA lost to Belgium 1-4 last night, officially eliminating them from the championship title. Today, Argentina and Egypt will face off at noon, and Switzerland and Colombia will soon follow at 4 p.m. The winners of the games today will head to the World Cup quarterfinals this upcoming Saturday at 9 p.m. in Kansas City, Missouri. Going into traffic, there are some delays heading on the Garden State Parkway towards Clinton and are starting to form. Moving on to weather, right now it's currently 65 degrees with clouds. Today's high will be 71 degrees with a low of 64 degrees with more clouds and more rain. This has been your WMSC News Report.
All right, thank you so much, Megan. And talking about the weather, let's talk about the weather this 4th of July weekend. I personally was in Lancaster, Pennsylvania for the weekend, and it was incredibly hot. Both days were 100 plus degrees, and then I think on Saturday night it actually did end up raining, but that was about it. It was cloudy, really hot. My aunt in Lancaster has a pool, so it was nice because we were able to spend the weekend in the pool. Um, but that was about it. How was the weather back here in Jersey, you guys?
I actually got hit with the storm on the way home from Ocean City, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my gosh, it was like a movie. Like we were in central Jersey. It was like a movie. Like you see the lightning and then the
Mm-hmm.
sun, like the sunset, sorry.
Yeah.
And I told my mom and sister, they were like, oh my gosh, let's take pictures of the lightning. And I have a very bad fear of lightning. So I was curled up in the back seat of the car, like crying because it was so close to the car. Even though cars are safer than like being in your house during a storm, I was crying. I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah. Jocelyn, what about you? How was the weather for
So for
you?
me, thankfully, my parents like planned ahead and they were like, okay, we're gonna like barbecue, but we're gonna barbecue. Oof, sorry, still from waking up, folks. We're gonna barbecue inside. So thankfully, my parents had that foresight. But even then, it was my family and like a dozen other people. So we were like kind of cramped into my house. My house is a little small. There came to a point where I was literally sweating, holding a soda to my forehead, like trying not to melt. And my godmother looks at me and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Melting. That's what I'm doing."
It was
Hmm.
bad. Like, I'm grateful I was in Ocean City because I heard the heat wave in Jersey got worse.
Hmm. It was like 4 days straight of like 90, sometimes 100-degree weather. Started on like Wednesday, if I'm not wrong,
Oh my gosh,
and it
yeah,
kept
no.
going.
We got
But
the
yeah,
heat, but sorry.
no, you could go.
We got the heat, but it was like our hotel was overly cold And funny thing, we had the room next to the elevator, so you could hear this music playing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the speaker actually made it colder, but it
Yeah.
was still annoying because you could hear like music playing at midnight. My mom had to file like a noise complaint. She was like, seriously?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
I
it was
love
fun.
I love when hotels are cold. I love just being able to sleep in a cold hotel and not have to worry about being hot at night.
I
And when
can't
they let
stand
you,
being,
yeah, and when they let you control the AC and how cold it can get, it's great. But
I
yeah,
can't stand sleeping in the heat.
yeah, me either.
I slept the night we came home because it was really hot,
Mm-hmm.
which was Friday night. I actually slept in the basement because I was like, it's way too hot. It's
Mm-hmm.
raining. And
Yeah.
there were fireworks going off. I was like, no, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched the World Cup. I was like, you know what? I'll just sleep downstairs. My dad has the TV in his room. I'll just sleep down here.
Yeah. Well, talking about the World Cup, let's get into some of the
Oh,
games that happened this weekend. Starting off on, I think it was on the 4th of July, Argentina versus Cape Verde. I think
Oh my
that
God.
was, did you guys watch the game? That was such a fun game to
I
watch.
I
wish I
watched the game.
could.
I watched the game just because, like I've mentioned, my family were Cuban and Argentinian. I walked into my mother's house because one of my mom's little cousins was having like a birthday that day. You have
Uh-huh.
never seen my family so quiet and so locked in on the TV. I swear to God, I was freaked out. And so I sit
Uh-huh.
next to my grandfather and I'm watching the TV. And my grandmother, I love her to death. She has this bad habit. She literally had the score up on her phone, and there was a little bit of a lag between the TV and the actual
Yes.
score.
Yep.
So she was updating everyone on the
No.
score. It was the funniest thing. I won't yap forever. But at
You
one
know,
point when it was like, I don't know, like 2-2 or something,
Uh-huh.
she starts freaking out. And everyone's like, what are you freaking out about? What's happening? And she goes, "Oh, the score's gonna change. They're gonna get a goal. They're gonna get a goal." And then we see like Argentina like get close to getting a goal, and she's like, there, that's it. And then they miss. Everyone was dying. It was a very
That's
close game. It was
funny.
a very fun game, a very good game to watch. Did you
Yeah.
guys see on Sunday night Norway versus Brazil?
that was a shocker. I was like, this is because I was texting my friend who we're gonna go watch the Argentina game at his house. I
Oh,
was
cool.
texting him and I was like, it would be so weird if Brazil doesn't make it. And then that happened. Literally, as I said it, I'm like, oh, okay, that threw off everything.
Uh-huh. I was not able to watch the Brazil Norway game. I was traveling back from PA, but we traveled back early for the specific reason that we wanted to watch Mexico
I
and England
saw
play.
that.
Just
I'm
because
so
my
sorry.
dad's Mexican, and so obviously me and my sister will go for Mexico. So we got home
Ooh,
really early just to watch that game, and then Mexico lost no, it wasn't 3-2,
I'm
and it
so
was
sorry.
very disappointing. Yesterday, I woke up and I was so sad, which is really weird because I'm half Ecuadorian too, and Mexico eliminated Ecuador a week ago, but I didn't feel like that sadness over Ecuador's elimination that I felt for Mexico yesterday. And it was really weird. I was really sad. I like didn't want to do anything at work.
I will tell you, I've been watching the Norway games because my family is obsessed with, like everyone right now is obsessed with how Holland plays.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And I'm watching the Norway game and I'm at work and I'm watching this guy just like absolutely dominate friggin' Brazil. Like
Yeah.
what? To the point where a fight broke out. And I
Yep.
text my aunt and I tell her, listen, I pray Argentina never has to face Norway because if we do, we're screwed. We're screwed.
Well, here's
Listen,
the thing.
I love like Messi's great, awesome, whatever. He the goat. Sorry. Great, awesome, whatever, the goat. I don't think Argentina can beat Norway. especially not this year.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing. If they advance Argentina, whoever wins today advances. But the problem is, why did my camera just do that? I don't know why. Sorry. The problem is that if Argentina wins, they would have to face either Norway or England in the semis.
Oh, that's great. I think Argentina could beat England. I'm a little
Egypt
just the
is
way. Sorry, go on.
sorry, Egypt today I think is favored.
Yeah,
The
Egypt has a
way
good team.
Norway has been playing, sorry. I'm so
No, you're good.
sorry.
You're good. You're good.
The way Norway has been playing, Norway has been beating everyone they meet. And Argentina, and again, before everyone comes at me with pitchforks and torches, our listeners,
Yeah.
I'm Argentinian. This is my team. Argentina has been going by the skin of our teeth this year, I feel like.
Uh-huh.
So far,
Norway is
so far.
someone. Sorry.
So like Norway, I don't like our chances against Norway. England, maybe. I don't like our chances against Norway. Sorry, Megan. I keep
No,
interrupting. Go on.
I'm so sorry. I feel like though Norway is someone like they've been dominant in previous World Cups, but you kind of didn't think about like I personally didn't think about them until like oh my gosh, like this team like they have a fire and once that fire is ignited, they're you're not touching that flame anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Have you seen this? The only thing I know about the Norway team is Holland. It's the only thing I know. Have you seen, because my mom will send me videos and she's like, look at this guy, and he'll kick the ball from halfway across the field and make the goal.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I've seen people on TikTok. I saw one person say, and I'm still thinking about it a couple days later, that they just defrosted a Viking and taught him football, soccer. Ugh.
Oh, is that why they were doing the rowing thing at the end?
Maybe. I don't, it might just be a Norwegian thing.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
I
wait. Yeah.
I think is yeah, it might be like a cultural tradition thing.
Why yeah, because Norway the Vikings originated from.
Yeah. Um,
Oh, fascinating.
so yeah, we'll see. Before Argentina can get to Norway, though, they will have to beat either Colombia or Switzerland. I hope Colombia goes through. And then if they don't go through, like Megan said in our newscast, they will play on Saturday at 9 p.m. Colombia, Argentina, which will be a really good game, but
That will be so good.
it does set up the World Cup to give Europe and Africa, who is Morocco, a really good chance at winning a World Cup. Because then Colombia or Argentina will be the only South American representation. But all of South America and I guess North America now got eliminated in the
Oh,
round of
America won
16.
last night or
No, they
lost last night?
lost.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Sorry, still waking up. America lost? I
Yeah.
Yeah.
haven't been following the America games, but like my mom and my little brother were watching yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Canada, I had hope in you. They were my dark horse and they got eliminated by Morocco. Hey, I guess the only sport that Canada is good at is hockey.
Mm-hmm.
No offense. I'm just saying.
It's a weird time to live in where all the South American soccer teams are eliminated, and right now the biggest contender for a World Cup is European teams.
Yeah. Um,
This is weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
But the quarterfinal, regardless of the fact, the quarterfinal has some really good matchups. The first one is France versus Morocco, which is a rematch of the semifinals from the 2022 World Cup. There's also
Ooh.
Spain versus Belgium, which will take place on Friday. Norway and England, who will either play then Colombia or Argentina. So it'll be a really good quarterfinals pulling through for a South American team, though. At least I am personally. But we'll have to see
I don't
what
want to see
happens.
England win it.
You want to see England win?
My friend, she's from my sister's best friend is from England.
That's
So
good.
they've
That's
been
cool.
going
That's
to a
cool.
couple of games and I'm
Hmm.
like, wait, this England team is they're good. You wouldn't
Yeah, they
I
do.
I personally did not think of them as a contender,
Hmm.
but they're looking really good. So I
Yeah.
can't believe I'm paying attention to the World Cup. I never thought I would see the day.
As much as I don't want England to win just because of what they did to Mexico, they do have a really good team. So props
As
to them.
as an Argentinian, I like in my heart, I want to say, oh, I want Argentina to win. But I feel like Argentina, like we've had wins before, obviously, with the World Cup. We have an amazing team, we have an amazing setup. I would be okay with if Argentina doesn't win, if they lost to a country like Norway. Like I said, Norway, because
Yeah.
Norway has an amazing team. So if
Mm-hmm.
Argentina lost to Norway and Norway got the cup, whatever. If
Uh-huh.
it's like England, I don't want England to get the cup. I'm gonna be so for real. I don't want it to be England. I want it to be like Norway or Morocco.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
That's a
don't.
good
If it
point.
has to be not Argentina.
That's a good
Mm-hmm.
point you made.
I want a new team to win a World Cup. You guys know there's only been 8 teams that have ever won the World Cup
Let me
since.
guess. Let me guess. Let me guess.
Okay. Mhm.
France,
Yeah, that's one of
Obviously,
them.
one's Argentina.
Germany,
Germany,
Brazil,
Argentina, Brazil.
United States.
The United States has not won a World Cup. They've got
Really?
into third. They got to third place in 1930, but that was the very first World Cup.
I knew. Wait. Oh, Uruguay? That was the first one.
Yes, Uruguay has won a World
Sorry
Cup.
for butchering the name.
You're good. All right, you have five, three more.
Uh, oh my gosh. Morocco? Question
Morocco has
mark?
not won a World Cup. Who are the last three?
I,
Oh, so this year would be the first if they do win. Okay, now I'm kind of rooting for Morocco.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
kind of rooting for Spain has won it before.
Yeah, Spain has won it.
Belgium has won it.
I don't think Belgium has won it.
What?
Mm-mm. Who
Norway?
are Norway has not won it. Who are the
Whoa.
last three? You
Hold on,
said
I'm pulling
Brazil.
it up.
You said Brazil, Argentina, Spain, France, Germany. There's three missing.
I said Uruguay.
Oh, and Uruguay, so two.
Sorry, butchering the name. Portugal?
Portugal hasn't won. England. Did you
Have
say England?
yeah.
Oh, so you need one. I think. I don't even know. I lost count.
Hold on, I'm looking it up. Google is a wonderful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cheating. You're cheating.
Okay, at least I got 6 out of the 8.
Yeah, she got a few.
To be fair, we would have been sitting here while I guess countries like for the rest of the morning.
Oh,
Who are they?
Spain has won it. England has won it. Italy,
Oh yeah, Italy.
they've won it the most on top of Brazil
Mm-hmm.
and Germany.
And Germany. I forgot about Italy.
And
Oh,
they've
Italy.
went back to back.
Yeah. All right.
But
That's
Uruguay was the first World Cup winner.
yeah. You guys know next World Cup is gonna be in like 6 different countries.
Is it?
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna be in Uruguay, Argentina, and Paraguay to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the World Cup. And then after those three
Oh.
inaugural games, they're heading over to Spain, Morocco, and Portugal, and they're the official host countries.
That does make sense, though.
Oh, so it's a very South American game the next time.
Yeah,
When
even
is
though
the next time? Like 2030?
Yeah,
yeah,
2030.
and it's only 3 games in South America, but they should have just given the World Cup to South America.
That's what I was saying.
I don't know why they took it over to Europe.
Give it to the country that has won it the most.
Brazil, yeah.
I can't
Um,
believe, like, you know what's crazy, Elion?
what?
We were talking about the World Cup
Mm-hmm.
back in, like, when was it? When
Like last
2025?
year. Yeah.
Yeah, and now we're reaching the end of it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, in this time, like, in 2 weeks, we will know who won the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Less than 2 weeks, we'll know who won it.
Yeah,
Megan,
and
weren't we talking about the World Cup like on Wednesday Buzz?
Yeah,
yeah.
Exactly. We've been talking about this for months. This is a huge thing.
What
And
are we
it's
I'm
even
like
gonna
so
close
excited.
to over.
what are we even gonna talk about after this is done? This has been like a weekly story. It has its own
Hockey
segment.
is coming up. I'm like
Hockey.
counting down.
All right, let's get to our last few stories because we do have an
So,
interview. It's okay. But I saw this online, Jocelyn. I know you are a Taylor Swift fan, so I want to get
Oh, the
your
wedding.
opinion on this. What is your opinion on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce having their wedding at Madison Square Garden? This happened on Friday.
Oh, the wedding. You've just opened a can of worms.
I
Do
sent
you do
this to
you see
you.
do you see Megan's face right now?
I sent this
That is
to
the
her.
this is a can of worms. And oh my God, everyone in my life knows me as the Swiftie. Anyway, so people thought Madison Square Garden was like a stupid idea. I think it's actually a very smart idea. Knowing who Taylor Swift is and like the fame that follows her, this is me being objective when I say I think Taylor Swift at this moment is one of the biggest pop stars in the world, if not the biggest pop star in the world. This is not me being a Swiftie. This is me looking objectively at facts. If you look at the Eras Tour numbers, if you look at all this stuff, and Taylor has an insane, and I love my Swifties, Taylor has an insane fan base. Just a few weeks ago, there was a stalker just like out and about, armed, who was looking for her.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wow.
Thankfully, everything was fine, but oh my God. So, Madison Square Garden, if you know nothing about the stadium, because I knew nothing about the stadium before I did more research into it. Megan, are those your sleeper agent words?
I'm not gonna say anything, but continue.
Madison Square Garden, it's an enclosed space. You have biometrics, you have certain entrances only. No one is getting in that she does not want in. There will be
Hmm.
no paparazzi, there will be no fans sneaking in, there will be no crazy people with weapons, nothing. Taylor can lock MSG down. Taylor also, I heard there are secret entrances I don't know about. They're like tunnels and stuff.
Hmm.
I could be wrong, I could be right, I don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
And Taylor, obviously, a pop star of her fame, cultivates a certain friend group. So she has a bunch of famous people all in one place. She needs to get them in and out safely. Also, MSG, if you have never looked into like the lighting and the sound of MSG, she could make that situation whatever she wants it to be. It could be daybreak in New York City. It could be a misty Tuesday in Pennsylvania. Like it doesn't matter. She has full control to manipulate it however she needs.
Mm-hmm.
And there was going to be another point. What was my other point? She can manipulate it however she needs. Oh, and when people heard she was getting married at Madison Square Garden, people were thinking they were going to set up like folding chairs on a basketball court. No, that's not what they were doing. You can decorate any space within an inch of its life and transform it. There have been people who hold events at MSG, and it does not look like a basketball court at all in the slightest. I've seen pictures where it legitimately looks like a wedding venue or it looks like a fancy venue. So I
Uh-huh.
think from a safety standpoint, it was a good idea. I think from just a sentimental standpoint, because Taylor Swift is very attached to New York. I think from a like a safety standpoint, from a sentimental standpoint, from a just how are we going to put like hundreds or thousands of famous people in one place and get them in and out safely and make sure everyone feels comfortable standpoint. Taylor and Travis had a good idea. I also, as far as I know, Taylor has not released anything about the wedding. We haven't seen her dress, we haven't seen the venue or pictures or anything. And I personally think that's by design because of how locked down MSG is. I think people need to stop bugging her about it. I am one of those Swifties that is very pro leave Taylor alone. At least about this. Leave her alone about this. So,
Mm-hmm.
yes, that has been my soapbox. Let me hop off and be a normal person again. Oh my God.
No, thank you for that.
No,
I didn't think about the fact that she chose MSG specifically for security reasons, but that's a very good point. Megan, what were you gonna say?
I'm just gonna keep my comments to myself at this point because I'm not trying to offend anyone or
No, no,
Uh-huh.
no. Say it. I'm not going to freak out on you. I promise.
okay, I understand like you have like go back to New York, whatever. There's a bunch of other places in New York. I feel like that's kind of like, I don't know, like if you think about it, you get to New York from Penn, like you get into MSG from Penn. With the World Cup, I don't know. The planning didn't seem right, but
Mhm. All right. Before we get to our special interview for today, let's go to a quick music break. We will be right back.
Ya, ya. Y aquí me siento en mi corazón, siento el viento mientras pienso en tíos y en mi abuela. El tiempo pasa más rápido que esa cera quema. Cuando se va la luz, casi 12 años lo dejé y mi actitud, casi yo no llamo, como si yo no lo amo. Como si no me criaron, visitó cada par de años. Por ello, paro y yo trabajo, y nunca paro. Trabajo, aunque yo pagué un sueldo caro. Tratando de devolver los años al frente de mi padre. Hoy en día son extraños. Y diablo, cuánto extraño. Quisiera estar ahí para que ella vea cuánto creció esa raíz que en mi corazón ella siembró y de todo lo que ella hizo por mí, mira, me acuerdo, mami, yo me acuerdo y te quiero, te quiero, de nuevo. El reloj solo gira hacia un lado. Mientras escribí esta canción me pasan 20 años. En ese tiempo cuando creció un árbol y más si las semillas las siembran con amor. Que el reloj solo gira hacia un lado. Mientras escribí esta canción me pasan 20 años. En ese tiempo cuando creció un árbol y más si las semillas las siembran con amor. Y no hace tanto que yo estuve bajo el sol, en una sombra escondido del calor, con una fría.
Todd, do you want to hear a smattering of genres from ambient to pop to alternative to metal and hip hop? Well, you're in luck, my friend, because Summertime Sadness with Marek Albin is in effect at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Tune in on Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. to hear a total smorgasbord of genres.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
I'm Scarlett Johansson. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals help fuel my love for acting. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
All right, in about 10
WMSC.
seconds, we're live.
Music stays cool as a campfire song that everybody actually knows.
Welcome back. You are listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, and you are listening to the Tuesday Morning Buzz. My name is Elian Saldivar, and it is 9:33 a.m. on Tuesday, July 7th, and we are here live with two guests from Gonzo Fest. Our first guest is Ron Whitehead, and our second guest is Kent Fielding. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys?
Really good. Thank you.
Better than ever. Thank you.
Of course, thank you for being here this morning. Before we get to our questions, can you please introduce yourselves to our listeners?
I am Kent Fielding. I'm the executive producer of Gonzo Fest. I'm an educator, poet, literary activist.
And Ron?
My name is Ron Whitehead. I'm a 75-year-old poet who taught college for 20 years, author of 40 books and 40 albums, and founder of Gonzo Fest, and honored to be advisor. And this is my final Gonzo Fest, and I'm proud of all the work that Kent Fielding and his team of producers and production team have put into this amazing multi-day, multi-venue festival.
All right, amazing. For our questions, I will leave them open to either of you to answer, or only you guys can decide if you both want to answer them or if you want to answer them, just one of you. But before we get into them, can you tell us a little bit about your connection to Gonzo Fest and Hunter S. Thompson?
Ron, you want to start this with the 96 event?
In 1996, 30 years ago, I produced the official Hunter S. Thompson tribute. I brought in Hunter from Owl Farm, Woody Creek, Colorado, to Louisville, Kentucky, his hometown. I brought in his mother, Virginia, his son, Juan, Johnny Depp, the actor, Warren Zevon, the musician, David Amram, the composer, Roxanne Pulitzer, Douglas Brinkley, the historian, and a host of others for a standing room only 4-hour spectacular event. And I have, in one way or another, been producing events to honor the life and work of one of the greatest writers of all time, a Kentucky native, Hunter S. Thompson, who spent his last 36 to 38 years in Colorado after having lived in San Francisco for a while. Kent?
Yeah, we're both from Louisville, Kentucky, or at least we lived in Louisville, Kentucky for a long time, and so Hunter is sort of the one of the heroes, along with Muhammad Ali of Louisville. So I helped Ron in the 96 event, and I drove Hunter from the airport to the sound check to his hotel, drove his mom to the event. Big fan of Hunter's and Hunter's activism, both in his writing and in his life. And that's kind of what Gonzo Fest this year is going to be dedicated to: Hunter S. Thompson's literary activism, political activism, and his activism that he did during his life as well.
Mm-hmm. All right. For our listeners who may be hearing but don't know anything about Gonzo Fest, can you explain us what it is and how it started? I was doing some research and saw it started, correct me if I'm wrong, in Louisville, Kentucky in 2010.
That was the Gonzo Fest Louisville, which I started with Denny Humphrey, who owned the main music club in Louisville at the time. And over the next 14 years, from 2010 to 2024, we produced 10 Gonzo Fest in Louisville. Then I retired from producing after having produced thousands of events over several decades, and I turned everything over to Kent, who's lived in Alaska for years and who I've worked with since February 4th, 1992. I agreed to stay on as advisor, but this is my final event to be advisor on. But Kent has lived in Alaska for many years, and last year he produced the New Orleans Insomniac-a-thon, which was an amazing event. But the one in New York City coming up is going to be the biggest and the best one yet.
Yeah, so I think a couple of years ago, we decided that we would have Gonzo Fest leave Louisville and take it to cities connected with Hunter's literary or legacy. New Orleans was the last city that he visited in 2005 before his death, and New York City is kind of the city that he started out with, that his literary career sort of began. So we wanted to like bring it to New York City to sort of honor his beginnings.
Now that Gonzo Fest is in New York City, what are you expecting from guests who are attending? What are some of the programming that's going to be available for guests? What can you tell us about that?
Well, yeah. So Gonzo Fest is going to start on Thursday, July 16th at 2 p.m. at 292 Gallery at Bullet Space at 2 p.m. And it's going to be a poetry reading. And then we have there are events at the gallery that night. The George Burgess, is that how you, Ron?
That's a good question. Berges. Bears.
Yeah. So there are art shows on Thursday night. There is the main venue is going to be How Happening Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which will have panels and literary panels on Hunter's legacy, such as his how he changed political writing, how friends and others knew him in life. There are going to be the women of Gonzo or daughters of Gonzo. There will also be how Hunter changed his legal legacy, how he changed the law on some of his activism. There will be also panels dedicated to the newspaperman Curtis Robinson, who was a good friend of Hunter's. There will be poetry readings, Women Poets of New York at 8 p.m. on Saturday. There will be music at night at places such as the Bitter End, Heart Bar, Parkside Lounge, Joe's Pub. There is going to be David Amram will be at Joe's Pub. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on, and we do have a website as well.
What can an attendee who's going for the first time, what do you hope they leave with? What type of knowledge do you hope they leave with after attending?
Well, I hope they come away with a better understanding of the importance of Hunter S. Thompson and his legacy in literature. But I also hope they come away with this idea of like creative energy. The idea, one of the things that Hunter really pushed was this people finding their own voices, whether that is through how they live or whether that's through their creative work, but finding out for themselves like who exactly they are and how they can use their voice to empower not just themselves but the world around them and make a change. And so those are some things that we hope people leave with.
Do you think attendees needs to be familiar with Hunter's work in order to enjoy it?
Well, it would help, but I don't think it's necessary. I mean, they can come and learn a lot about Hunter without having read anything by him. But there's also like other things that there's poetry reading and music. So even if they don't know Hunter or don't have a connection with Hunter, they can come and enjoy themselves and leave maybe a little bit more immersed in creativity and perhaps take away an understanding of maybe why they should pick up a Hunter S. Thompson book.
And Kent, how many poets are there going to be? Are there going to be 70 or so?
I think there's something like 76 poets.
And there are bands and scholars and folks are coming from all over the world, from Cambodia, from California, from Colorado, from Kentucky, and just from states and countries everywhere.
Is there a specific part of the festival that you're most excited for, like a program, an event?
I think there's a lot of different things to be excited for. Joe's Pub, David Amram is playing. David Amram is 95. I don't know how many more times people are going to get to hear him. Saturday, which is Hunter's birthday at Hal, we have there's Ralph Steadman, the famous artist, is going to be join us on Zoom. He's in his 80s. His daughter will be there speaking, about his legacy.
They're from England. They're from England.
Yep. And Saturday is just an all-star, at Hal. group of people. I mean, you can't get, if you're interested in Hunter S. Thompson, you can't get a better Saturday than that. I mean, it really is an all-star packed group.
Hmm. For anyone or any listeners who are interested in learning more about how they can attend this festival, where can they go visit?
Gonzofest.net. So
All right.
gonzofest.net, and the schedule's there, the venues are there. There are biographies of all the people speaking there. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. One last question. As poets and professors, what is some advice that you would give students in journalism? Because we are right now in the College of Communication and Media at Montclair State University. So, what advice would you give to student journalists or student writers?
I would go back to, like, finding your own voice, finding your own, your own passion, not passion, but your own way to actually write and to express yourselves. Also, just be truthful to, Hunter Hunter may not have written the truth, but he, as far as like facts, but he expressed the truth as far as in his writing.
Mm-hmm.
You want to take that?
Tell the truth. Embrace your roots, no matter where you come from. Embrace your roots, because that's the path to finding your own voice, your own authentic voice as a person, as a writer, as a poet, whatever you discover your dream to be in life. And I've been blessed. I've found my dream. It took me 8 years to build the bridge, by taking one step at a time, from where I was to where I wanted to be, to the place of building, of living and being my dream. And there's nothing that compares to it. So all I have is encouragement for you, for the work that you're doing in journalism and the schooling that you're getting right now. And it sounds like to me you're following the path towards your dream as well. So good luck to you.
Thank you. We do have two more co-hosts on here, Megan and Jocelyn. I'll open it up to them if they have any questions for you.
Hi, Megan.
Thank you.
Hello. I have a question for both of you. How do you, as a journalist, how do you get, we know Hunter S. Thompson was good at like putting opinion in. How do you not be afraid to put your own opinion into writing? Because I know that's like a big no-no. And sorry, but like in some journalists,
Right.
How do you get comfortable with doing that?
You find the courage to do it. So you have to look deep inside yourself and develop, summon up the willpower that you may not know you have. Find the willpower to have the courage to be truthful, to be honest, and to subvert the dominant paradigm. No matter what you're told to do and be, speak the truth.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kent.
Yeah, and I would say, when you look at Hunter S. Thompson, he started out as what you would call a straight journalist, and it took him many years to develop or to discover what becomes gonzo journalism, which is a completely different first person account of sort of finding the story or looking at what a different view of what the story is than straight journalism. And yeah, you can't. If you're hired by a newspaper, you're not going to be able to probably write the way Hunter did.
But there were three major events in Hunter's life that directed him to where he ended up, to being one of the major truth tellers in literary and journalistic history. The first one was the assassination of John F. Kennedy, and then the second one, our president. And then the second one was he was hired to write an article about the Hells Angels for the Nation magazine in 1965, which led to him riding with this motorcycle gang in California for a year, and which led to him publishing his first book, Hell's Angels, by Random House in 1966. And then the next event that really turned his life in a new direction was the 1968 Democratic Convention, which was his major wake-up call to politics, to the reality of what the danger of a fascist type government, and that took place in Chicago, and so that changed him. And so one of our focuses, as Kent mentioned, for this Gonzo Fest is Hunter's politics. In 1972, I think it was, Fear and Loathing on the Campaign Trail. Was that 73? Somewhere.
It was published in 72. But the campaign was 72.
Okay.
Book was
It was
published
72. McGovern, he was supporting George McGovern. But it was one of his best books, and one of the best books on political campaign coverage ever. And many other journalists said that Hunter rarely told the truth, but the fiction that he created through his journalism was more honest than any of the journalistic, supposedly truthful journalistic reporting that was done. So you got to figure out a way to tell the truth, whether it's Hunter said you can't pile up the facts and think it's going to be the truth. Right. That's why he leaned towards the way he subverted his dominant paradigm was to make his writing subjective, which pulled the rug out of objective journalism.
So facts can be used by anyone to tell different stories. So
exactly right.
And I would say two things on there. McGovern said that Hunter S. Thompson's book, or his reporting, was the least factual but most truthful of the coverage of 72. I also say that if you want to read Hunter, you should look at that Hell's Angels book, because he really discovers his voice in the second half. The book changes, and you read it, and the first half is like a straight journalistic story, and then there's something that sort of happens in that second half, and it has to do with I think the pressure that he had with the deadline, but it becomes more first personal. It becomes more centered on his observations and him being part of the actual story. There's something really magical that happens, but it's a good place.
That's exactly right. And I'll make the comparison. One of my specialties was to teach James Joyce, the great Irish writer. And in his book, A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, actually the same thing happened in the second half of that book. There's a transition towards subjectivity, from the outer life to the inner life. And that's what happens in Hell's Angels. Hunter starts reporting from the inner landscape, from his own interior, talking about his feelings, his view, from his psychological view of what's going on, compared to the facts of we rode from this point to that point on our bikes. And so it becomes much more interesting. And then towards the end, he starts talking about there's a famous passage about the edge and going over the edge. And so it's just like this powerful writing in the second half, and it grows more so towards the end and then at the end. So you got to find your own way as a writer to do the same thing. And it's a journey. It's a lifelong journey. And the time we live in interesting times, don't we? They're amazing. They're crazy. They're insane. I'm thankful to be living through these times. So there's all kinds of, you're surrounded by events, by beauty, by terror. So now is the time to look at the outside and look at the inside, and embrace your roots and find your voice and tell it like it is. Tell it like it is. Try to find a way to work within the system But if you don't, work outside the system, but do the work.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
Thank you. We have around 7 more minutes left in our show. Before then, is there anything else you'd like to add
Ken,
about Gonzo Fest or anything?
Yeah, I guess, as far as Gonzo Fest goes, it is, open to the public. Just come out and, you know, there's a lot of different artists in Gonzo Fest. I would say just come out, if you're interested, come out and watch something. There is a lot of people, that will talk to you directly if you want to, like, interact with some of the academics or poets or, musicians. There will be a space, set aside to do that on Saturday night at the book club bar. There, it's a sort of a, social hour. Your people will be there to actually just talk and interact with others.
All right. Thank you, Kent and Ron. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and thank you for joining us on the Morning Buzz.
thank you for having us on here.
Yep.
Yes, of course.
Good to meet you and Megan both. Thank you.
Yes. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Yeah, you too.
Bye bye.
All right. Before then, all right. Okay, we do not need to go to a music break. So thank you, Ron, once again, and Ken for that amazing interview. If you are interested in Gonzo Fest, they left a website that you can check out if you are interested. It is gonzofest.org. But for now, it is 9:55. Jocelyn, do we have a short 5-minute game or not? What do you think?
I did not plan for a game because I thought the interview would go longer. I'm gonna be so honest with y'all.
It's okay. It went actually perfectly because we are right at the end of the show.
Oh yay!
All right. What is my outro? Well, we have now reached the end of our show today. If you are interested in listening to more of the Morning Buzz, there is a show every single day of the week except for Friday. And the Tuesday Morning Buzz will be back next Tuesday. We have a little bit about of a month left of the Tuesday Summer Buzz, which is crazy to say out loud already. Um,
Really?
yes, we
When
are
does it end?
our last show is August 25th. No, it's
Mm.
August 18th. Maybe.
Wait.
Oh, wait, that's the
Wait,
day
I don't
after my
think
birthday.
August 25th. August 25th.
Oh wait, never
But
mind.
but me and Megan will not be here on
No.
the 18th. Oh no, I think it ends on the 18th.
Yeah, because we're not gonna be here. We're not
Oh
gonna be
yeah.
here.
Me and Megan will not be here on the 18th. So our official whole crew show, last show, will be on August 11th, which is almost a month away.
That's crazy.
But
Aw.
we
The
it's
11th
okay.
is a little less than a week after my birthday. Sorry, you said the 18th, and I was like, oh my God.
It's okay.
Yeah,
We'll
we have
have
Megan, I'm telling you right now. I know I made a big deal of your birthday on air. Do not.
Okay.
we will
Thank you.
celebrate the 11th.
Ugh.
Or maybe the 18th. I don't know. But we'll have to see. Until
Yeah,
then, we will see you all next week. Make sure you tune in if you want tomorrow for Wednesday Buzz. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.